Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto for the Saugerties Stallions home opener. AJ, Stallions 2 in a row coming into this one, going up against the arch rival Amsterdam Mohawks. They lost to them in the playoffs last season. The Mohawks, the 2022 and 23 PGCBL champions. A great opening night on our hands.
It's a beautiful night, Dan. I mean, beautiful out. The players ready to play. The fans are here. Both teams are 2-0. It's a great matchup tonight.
Should be a good one. Let's take a look now at the Saugerties defense upcoming tonight. A couple changes, but for the most part, you're seeing what you would expect out of this Stallions defense. So let's take a look. Doing the catching tonight is Josh Blackmore. Starting pitcher is Jack Wren. Over at third, Byram Hott. Rich Rodriguez at center, making his first start. Fritz Genther. Over at first is Ryan Resio. In right field, Ethan Conrad. Center field, Evan Dieter. And in left, Justin Ford. And you look at Jack Wren, AJ. This guy is a guy who's really turned into a quality player throughout his time at Marist. After having a double-digit ERA in 2022 and 2023, he's gotten it down to sub-4.
We saw in 2024 with 12.2 innings pitched, he had a 13.4 ERA. Then in 2023 with 32 innings pitched, we saw a 12 ERA. Now we get to 2024, the most innings pitched, 50 innings pitched, with a 3.6 ERA. Massive improvement from Jack Wren.
That's not going to be easy, though. Let's take a look at the Mohawks lineup he's going to be going against on the batting order. It's going to be number 13, Pete Daniel, leading it off, the shortstop out of Belmont. Number 2, Tyler Figueroa playing in center. Then it's Jackson Natalie doing the catching tonight. He's had a hot start to the season, 1 for 2 last night with a double. Aiden Stewart playing over at second. Cade Ladahoff at first. Jake Sparks over at third. Ben Huckins in right field. Number 10, Zach Eldred. And we don't see this very often. It's a Shohei Ohtani type thing. He's going to be doing the pitching and also batting. And then to round out the lineup in his first game for the Mohawks, number 17, Manny Santos.
Should be a great game today, Dan. I'm looking forward to it.
You look up and down this Mohawks lineup, and the one guy you really circle is number 2, Tyler Figueroa. 3 for 5 last night versus Watertown, and he's already got 8 RBIs through 2 games.
It's a great start for 2 games. 8 RBIs, poking the ball around, obviously. Jack Wren's got to figure out a way to stop him today and not allow runners to get on base, allowing Figueroa to get runners back at home plate and get runs in for the Mohawks.
Speaking of Wren, his whip this past season, he gave up around sub-1 hits per innings with that 3.6 ERA. Definitely a guy that they're going to have to rely on, 20 punch-outs, and he wants to make the Stallions fans happy here at home tonight. A beautiful night for baseball here from Cantine Field.
Jack Wren has tons of fans to put a smile on today. You have all the Little League kids walking off the field now, and we have a great game about to start.
And Wren's 2 teammates from Marist, now all 3 of them are in the portal, and make sure to go to packhub.com, the nation's leader for portal players. But all 3 of them are in the portal, yet playing with the Stallions this summer. And it's been probably as good a start for Conrad and Hott as you could have imagined, both of them homering last night in Boonville.
It's been unbelievable watching these past 2 games, just molding themselves together for the Stallions. It's been an honor to honestly watch them.
Stallions won 20-3 last night, putting up 19 hits. We'll see if they can do that here against their arch rival. The last time they played the Mohawks, a 7-6 loss in the second round of the playoffs. We're ready to go here in Saugerties, the first night of many in the 2024 season from Cantine Field. Daniel gets set in, went 2 for 3 last night against Watertown, batting .666 to start his season. How about that? As Daniel comes to the plate to dig in. The rising sophomore out of Belmont, the Nashville, Tennessee native, so a little bit far from home. Wren's ready to go. Daniel's ready to go, and we've got baseball from Cantine Field. He chops it over to shortstop. Rodriguez boots it, and early on, the Mohawks have a runner on first.
Rough start to the game there, but only the first play.
only the first play of the game, but the errors really haven't been that much of a problem for the Stallions. It's been the other teams having the problems with the errors, but first one of the season right there, wipe it away, and Ren will try and settle back in after his first pitch thrown is grounded to short and booted for an error. Coming to the plate now is number 2, Tyler Figueroa. In center field, went 3 for 5 last night with 6 RBIs and 2 doubles. This guy's dangerous. Figueroa loops it to center field. Dieter's got it. He makes a nice diving grab and saves a hit.
Even seeing yesterday, balls getting hit the center fielder, beautiful plays are being made in the outfield by the Stallions.
A beautiful play out there by Dieter. And with 1 out in the inning, Jackson Natalie, the catcher, comes to the dish. Natilli last night, 1-2, 2 walks. Here's the pitch by Ren. It's outside, 1-0. Ren sets and he deals. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-0.
Just trying to find the zone here. 2-0. Got the man on first. 1 out. Double play would be beautiful.
It would be ideal. Very hard guy to pitch again, Natilli. He really likes to crowd the plate, and it makes it hard for Ren as a righty to attack as the pickoff play is safe.
Got to keep an eye on Daniels at first. Last game, we saw the runners taking huge leads without the pitchers giving them a second look.
Ren deals. Here's the pitch. 3 straight balls for Ren, and it's a 3-0 count.
You definitely don't want to leave something over the middle here for Natali to put in the outfield. Ren's got to settle in here and find the pitch that's going to get to a 3-1 count and eventually come back.
Here's the 3-0 from Ren. There's a strike. 3-1. Ren comes set against Natilli once again. He's used to facing good arms. Comes out of Rutgers. The runner almost went there, and he's hung up in a pickle. Daniels tagged out at second, and Ren recognizes it, is able to get the second out of the inning.
I did say look back once or twice, and Ren does look back once or twice and gets the runner at first. Beautiful play to make it 2 outs, and no stress for the defense now with no runners in scoring position.
So a bad move there by Daniel helps Ren to calm down this inning, and it's still a 3-1 count to Natilli. Ball 4. So Natilli takes his walk. He had 2 walks yesterday. It's his first walk of the night, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Aiden Stewart.
Aiden Stewart last night went 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. This season, he's 1 for 5, 2 RBIs, and 3 walks with 1 strikeout. Let's see what the lefty could do here.
It's Ren's first lefty face so far in this game. Here's the pitch. That's a strike.
He's painting the outside corner as we see. He's liking to get the outside, keeping the ball away from the batter's eye here.
0-1 count. Ren settling into this game after walking Natilli. Ren comes set. Here's the pitch. That one gets past. Going to second easily is Natilli, and there's a runner in scoring position for the Mohawks early on. Blackmore had no chance on that one.
I thought if the ball bounced back, he maybe could have gone him, but he bobbled it there.
1-1 count here with 2 outs in the inning. Top of the first here from Cantine Field. A beautiful night in Saugerties, the Stallions home opener. Here's the pitch. That one gets by Blackmore once again, and Natilli advances to third.
Now that's 2 pass balls here by Blackmore. Just got to solidify himself back there, get back into position, and cannot let this runner score from third.
Two-one count Still 2 outs in the inning. Wren comes set. Here's the pitch. That one is hit to left field, and it'll be an RBI single for Stewart. The Mohawks are on the board early, 1-0.
Not a great start for the Stallions, but only the first inning, and with the way the bats have been going these past 2 days, we got to look forward to them today to do the same thing with the ball they've been doing.
Wren left that one over the plate right there as well. It wasn't the best pitch.
No. Definitely not the best pitch, but it's again the first inning. He's going to learn from that quick.
First baseman Cade Ladahoff digs in. Went 3 for 4 last night with 2 RBIs. Runner goes. Here's the throw down by Blackmore. The throw beat him there, but it was a little inaccurate. They couldn't get the tag down.
From our angle, that was close, but as you can see, he just went right under it.
So another runner in scoring position here for the Mohawks in the top of the first. 2 outs in the inning. Wren just trying to settle down. It's not entirely been his fault. 3 runners taking a base on Blackmore in this inning. And going to third once again there is Stewart. Stewart takes third, and that's 4 stolen bases in the first inning for the Mohawks.
Looking at these past 2 games, again, not a ton of stolen bases. You had 2 or 3 these past 2 games. Now we have 4 in the first inning. As a catcher, you got to talk to your pitcher and, again, give another look or 2. They're looking to run here.
Here's the pitch. This one's popped up to right field. Conrad's got it, and the Stallions limit the damage. 1 run scored on 1 hit. Stallions coming to bat. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions on the Stallions YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Back here at Canton Field, Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto. AJ, Mohawks jump out to a 1-0 lead, and the storyline so far has been stolen bases.
Stolen bases has definitely been the storyline so far, but I can see the Stallions doing that right back to them with the speedy 1 through 9 lineup here. Putting the ball in play, it's what they have to do here.
So let's take a look at that batting lineup for the Stallions right now. Here they come, and we'll show it to you right here. It's going to be Fritz Genther, his first game for the Stallions. He's going to lead off. He's playing at second. Byram Hott had a home run last night. He's followed by his Marist former teammate, Ethan Conrad, who also had a home run. And then it's Matt McIntyre, who also homered last night. A murderer's row. Ryan Oresio will bat fifth. Rich Rodriguez, Justin Ford, Josh Blackmore, Evan Dieter, and Ben Williams. So Genther in his first game here for the Stallions, playing at second. He's a local kid. He's from Kingston, standing at 5'8", 180. The pitcher over on the mound for the Mohawks is Zach Eldred. We talked about how he also bats, but he also pitches. Didn't pitch once at SUNY Brockport this past season, but played the 2023 season with the Mohawks and had 22 strikeouts and a 3.65 ERA.
You say he had a 3.65 ERA and strikeouts. But when we look at what he batted last season for the Mohawks, he batted a 3.24 with 5 home runs, 27 RBIs, and 10 doubles. Like you said, the Shohei Ohtani comparison, I kind of seeing it a little bit.
I don't know about that. It might be a little bit too early to say, but definitely lots of experience. Pitched 14 and 2/3 innings with the Mohawks. Genther trying to get himself going in his Stallions debut. He lines one straight to the first baseman Ladahoff, and there's one down in the bottom of the first.
There's the hard hit ball there. Defensive player was there. Nothing you could do. That's the exact hit that you're going to want there.
And here comes number 36, Byram Hott. At third base today in AJ, we saw a ball last night that was crushed in Boonville. That 2-run home run in the top of the first.
A blink of an eye, Dan. I took that. All I blinked, and I saw the ball out of the park.
Hott's the rising junior. He's in the portal as well. As we're sitting in the Pack Hub broadcast booth, the premium transfer portal connecting athletes with opportunities. Make sure to go to packhub.net where you can see guys like Hott. Hott this season, a .222 average in 2 games, 9 at-bats. Went 2 for 6 last night, but those 2 hits were a home run and a double. Hott digging in. If you remember, AJ, Stallions have put up 31 runs in 2 games. So they're hoping that even though they're down 1-0 here, that those bats come to play. 20 runs in Boonville last night.
We saw it in the post-game interview by Matt McIntyre saying that they just got to mold themselves in, stay confident, and don't change a thing. Yes, you put up a lot of runs, but it doesn't mean take the foot off the pedal here.
The pitch is high. No swing. It'll be a 3-1 count to Hott. And AJ also, if you do remember, McIntyre, who is in the hole right now, he said that this team is gelling. There's a lot of chemistry. They've only been together as a unit for 5 days. But he said they all love playing here so much, and I think that's a huge factor in why they're finding success early on.
The love of the game is going to boost their chemistry, and I hope that it happens now so that we could see it throughout the entire season.
I certainly would agree with you. Hott digs in a 2-2 count. Waiting on the pitch from Eldred. Eldred sets deals. Fouled off. Count stays at 2s. Ethan Conrad on deck, the right fielder out of Marist. 444 average, 3 for 5 last night. Looking to try and continue that success here tonight. Here's the pitch to Hott. Looped into foul right field. Able to make the play there is Huckins, and he's got it for the second out of the inning.
Good play by the right fielder there. Came all the way from about right center field, right to the fence there. Put the glove over, and a good catch.
So now coming to the plate, I think we can safely say the star of the team, number 23, Ethan Conrad, who went yard last night. And AJ, you see the right field wall out there? I don't know if you can see it. We're on the pitching view right now, but the right field wall, it was a line drive. You blinked and you missed it. It was a smash. That ball is high, 1-0. This guy is truly a special talent.
I can tell you one thing, Dan. Ethan Conrad is looking forward to do the same exact thing again in this at-bat.
Here's the pitch. That one's a strike, catches the top of the zone. 1-1 count to Conrad. He has a 1.5 OPS right now.
When I saw that this morning, I think I had to look at it twice because that's unbelievable.
Pitch is low, 2-1. And we've talked to Conrad as well. He told us if I could be a Stallion my whole life, I would be. He not only is finding success at Marist, he loves playing with the Stallions. Pitches fouled behind home plate. Able to make the play is Natalie. And the Stallions are held to no runs, no hits in the bottom of the first. Mohawks coming to bat. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions on the Stallions YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Back here at Cantine Field, Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto. The Mohawks coming to bat. And AJ, if you look at this rivalry in the past between the Mohawks and the Stallions, last year Saugerties only won one game against Amsterdam.
I think they're looking to change that this year as we have returners, Ethan Conrad, and people that are angry from last year looking to get back and take it over.
Playoff loss as well. If you look down the line, it was a slugfest against them. They lost by nearly 8 or 7 runs for every single game except the last 2 in which the Stallions won and then lost in the playoffs. This ball is hit to left field. Hovering under it is Ford, and he's got it for out number 1.
Great job by Jack Wren there, just allowing the defense to make the plays. And I think he's going to notice quickly that his defense is there for him and that they're looking forward to make plays for him.
Digging in now is number 25, Ben Huckins, the right fielder. Huckins also a pitcher along with being a hitter. The off-speed's in there for strike 1. Wren comes set. Here's the pitch. This one's hit to short. Rodriguez collects himself, throws over to first, and Recio's got it for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second.
Jack Wren again, allowing the defense to make the plays here.
And Rodriguez recovers and is able to field the first ball he gets after the error.
Got to shake it off. First inning, a ton of more baseballs are coming your way. Be ready for it.
So now the pitcher, Zach Eldred, digging in. Went 1 for 5 last night with 4 strikeouts. This season he's 2 for 8. Here's the pitch by Wren. Up to the left side. It'll be out of play, 0-1. That just hit somebody's car.
Oh, man, I hear it.
We were told, AJ, when we got here, park far, far away from the field. We're even at threat right now with the lefty at the dish of getting hit with the foul ball.
Knowing that how far Byram Hott and Matt McIntyre can hit the ball, I parked very far away. Super far away, honestly.
Wren comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Eldred was a great player for the Mohawks last season, batted .320, and also had that .365 ERA. So he's looking to try and replicate that this season. Not off to the hottest start, though. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield to the third base side. Hot chugging to it. He's got it for out number 3. The Stallions keep a clean top of the second. No runs, no hits. We'll be right back. You're watching Stallions Baseball here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shalom and AJ DiBenedetto back here with you in the Pack Up broadcast booth. A little bit of delay on our stream due to the mounted cameras, so if we're a little bit ahead, don't worry, there's nothing actually wrong with the stream. It's just a little bit of technical issues, and hopefully we can fix it as the season goes out. But here at Cantine Field, it's a beautiful night, 70 degrees, with the Stallions trailing 1-0, and one of the hottest bats in the entire lineup coming to the plate.
Definitely one of the hottest bats. We talked to him last night, bringing it up again, just looking to just replicate what happened last night in the 20-3 win against Boonville.
Matt McIntyre is the guy we're talking about. Went 3 for 4 last night in his first start as a Stallion. 4 RBIs with a 3-run jack along with a double and an RBI single. Pretty good debut if you ask me.
Amazing debut, and that's the exact reason why I parked my car far away today, Dan.
McIntyre will dig in for his first at-bat at Cantine Field. He's the DH tonight. The pitch is upstairs, 0-1-0. Here's the pitch. That one's a ball, 2-0. McIntyre, the UNH product, AJ, he tore it up there. Was pretty good, and if you ask me, I think they're pretty happy that McIntyre's on the line in the lineup for them, and not on the other side.
Definitely not a guy you want to see on the other side. We see how dangerous he is. At 2024 as a sophomore with 45 games played, batting at .329 with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs with 21 walks. So not only is he a good hitter, he's a great batter's eye, and that's dangerous for the pitcher.
He strikes out right here. Eldred gets him swinging. It's Eldred's first strikeout of the night. And up comes Ryan Oresio, the first baseman.
As we see Ryan Resio up at bat, he's 6'2", 200 pounds, a rising senior here from Boca Raton, Florida. So far from home, but followed his coach, Coach Colin Martin from Weber International, here to play with him again for the summer.
Teammates with Jared May, the first baseman last night in Boonville, and of course playing under Coach Martin. Pitch is fouled back, batted nearly .300 this past season down at Weber. And so far this season went 3 for 4 in his first game at Oneonta with 2 doubles, batting .750 to start the campaign. Here's the pitch. That one's inside, 2-1. Resio swings straight through it for strike 2. 2-2, 1 out.
We see Eldred here doing a lot of all speed, trying to get the batters to chase here.
Here's the pitch. Off speed misses inside. It's 3-2.
Another off speed there, Dan.
3-2 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Mohawks leading 1-0 off the RBI single by Aiden Stewart in the top of the first. This one put in play to Daniel. Daniel throws it over to Ladahoff, and they got him for out number 2.
We haven't seen anyone on base yet today, Dan. And seeing the offensive performance from these past 2 days, it's unusual. Again, only the second inning, looking to get a runner on base here.
Yeah, 5 straight batters have gone down without a hit for the Stallions. Nobody has reached base just yet. Digging in now, number 7, Rich Rodriguez, the shortstop. Rodriguez, also another Weber product.
Following Coach Colin Martin.
Weber so far, or Rodriguez, so far this season, 2 for 4 with a .500 average. And batted .314 down at Weber, so a couple guys that batted near .300 back-to-back in the Stallions lineup.
As we saw, he 2 for 4 in the game against Oneonta with an RBI and 2 hits. So looking forward to do the same thing here for Rich Rodriguez.
1-1 count. Eldred comes set. Here's the pitch. Swings straight through it. 1-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Stallions trailing by 1 here on opening night. Here's the pitch. This one grounded right back to Eldred. He'll toss over to first, and that'll end the inning. Mohawks have put 6 Stallions down straight. We go to the top of the third, Saugerties trailing by 1. We'll be right back. You're watching the Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto from Cantine Field on Stallions opening night. Last batter in the lineup coming to the dish for the Mohawks, and for the Stallions, the bats have been cold.
Something we haven't seen yet, Dan.
Not necessarily a worrying sign just yet. Red has pitched a good game so far besides that one blemish in the first, and not entirely his fault. 4 balls getting past Blackmore, which led to 4 stolen bases for the Mohawks in that top of the first.
Yeah, no, Ren just has to just do what he does. You know, 2024 we saw pitched great. I'm just looking forward to bringing it to the summer here.
Santos, his first game for the Mohawks. He's a University of Rhode Island commit. His high school season just ended yesterday at Albany Academy, so joins the team today playing out in left tonight. This one is hit right back to first. A nice diving play by Resio. Gets it over to Red, and it's in time. 1 out. A nice athletic play there by Resio, and there's 1 down in the inning.
That's a great play by Resio to leave a runner out of scoring position there. And Ren to get to first there. Wow. Great play from the first of the pitcher there.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Mohawks. Pete Daniel digging in. Reached on an E6 in the top of the first, with 1 out here in the inning. And we've seen once Ren settled into this game, he's made fast work of all the batters that he's faced.
Definitely. I think he just had to find the groove and find what the batters like and what they don't like. And it always takes a few innings for the pitchers to truly understand that.
Here's the pitch by Ren. This one is lined right past Genther. And going to second is Daniel. He's going to make it. He slides into second with the double. And the Mohawks have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the third.
Great poke by Daniel, just taking it opposite field over the second baseman's head to get him onto second there.
Tyler Figueroa digging in now for his second at-bat. Flew out to center in the first inning. And Figueroa, 6 RBIs yesterday. A prime spot to add another one.
If I'm Ren here, I'm looking to take it away from him, knowing the damage he could do with the ball in play.
He leads the entire PGCBL in runs, as there's a strike by Ren, 0-1. Daniel lurking over at second, could be in motion once again, as there were 4 stolen bases by the Mohawks. Daniel making some movement at second, gets his lead. The pitch just hits the top half, and it's 0-2.
If I'm Blackmore right here, I am ready to throw to third, knowing the jump he's taking from second.
It's a large lead. Nobody's covering over there at second either.
No one is covering right now, but Blackmore has to see and be ready to throw to third here.
Ren deals 0-2. It's a ball. I mean, you want to talk about the Ethan Conrad of Amsterdam? It's Tyler Figueroa with how he's been batting 600 with 8 RBIs in his first 2 games. Here's the pitch. Ren doesn't get it, just misses high, and it's 2-2.
see Ren here placing the ball all over the plate, knowing this is a very important out for him right now with the man on second.
Dangerous hitter at bat as well. And Figueroa. Here's the 2-2 by Ren, with Daniel still moving around over there at second. Pitches high, count goes full. Is this a situation here you maybe think about sending the runner 3-2, 1 out?
I don't know if I would send him, because as a catcher and as a Stallion on the Stallions team, I feel like you're expecting the steal here, seeing that they've run a lot today in the first inning.
Ren looks over to second. Now he deals full count. This one's hit into left field. They're going to send Daniel around. Here's the throw home from Ford. It won't be in time, and the Mohawks have taken a 2-0 lead off the Figueroa RBI single.
Another RBI for Figueroa. That's 9 on the season now, Dan. Putting an amazing campaign on for the first 3 games of the season for Tyler Figueroa.
9 RBIs, leads the PGCBL, and he's had quite the start to his season. Jackson Natilli now digs in. Natilli got walked in that top of the first and then stole 2 bases to then come around and score off the RBI single by Stewart. We'll see if they think about sending Figueroa over there at first. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the third. Mohawks leading 2-0. Pickoff play, nothing there.
I'm liking how Ren is looking back and keeping an eye on these runners. I think it's a very important way of not allowing them and giving Blackmore even a chance to get the runner at second or even third.
Ren settles in once again. Here's the pitch. It's popped up to the left side in foul territory. Too far away for Ford, and the count will be 0-2. Oh-2 count, 1 out in the inning. Ren searching for his first strikeout of the night. Still doesn't have one. Here's the pitch to Natilli.
It's a great block by Blackmore, knowing that he has to be a brick wall here, not allowing the runner to get to second.
And he's had trouble with that tonight already.
Yeah.
Ren settles in. Here's the pitch. They got him. Ren's first strikeout of the night. They say Natilli goes around. He goes down on strikes. And there's 2 outs in the inning.
Great strikeout by Ren there, but another great block by Blackmore there, allowing the runner to stay at first.
Aiden Stewart digging in, had an RBI single his first time up. And then stole 2 bases, but never came around to score. Pickoff play almost got him there, but Figueroa able to get back in time.
The Mohawks are very jumpy on base today, going back and forth, back and forth.
Trying to cause some confusion for Ren. Ren comes set once again. Here's the pitch. That's a strike, 0-1. Stewart trying to get on base for the second time in this game. Mohawks leading 2-0 here in the top of the third. 0-1 pitch. Looks back. Nothing there. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-1. So this guy at the plate, AJ, rising junior from Delaware, but when he played in the MAC, he was a transfer from Siena. He was Rookie Player of the Week twice. Batted, had a 600 OBP in senior year. Runner goes. The hit and run, no worries. Recio's got it at first. And that'll end the top of the third. The Mohawks with 1 run, 2 hits, headed to the bottom of the third. Amsterdam leading 2-0. We'll be right back here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shallum back here with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto in the Pac Cub broadcast booth. This top of the third inning is sponsored by MHVFCU, Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. We're here for your financial journey. So AJ, bottom of the third, the bats have been cold. The Stallions have gone down in order. What's the game plan here?
Second time around, you know what the pitcher throws, you know what he likes, you know the arsenal, and you know the movement of the ball. And every batter, 1 through 9, has to take that into account with a different approach, going up at bat, just looking to get on base here, down 2-0.
Down 2-0 here in the bottom of the third, and coming to plate is the left fielder, Justin Ford. Ford last night, a successful night out in Boonville, 3 for 5 with an RBI.
For Ford, we see he went to Seton Hall in New Jersey. Didn't get a ton of at-bats as a freshman, 2 at-bats, no hits. But here in the summer, he's looking to improve and seriously mold himself into the best player. As we saw yesterday, going 3 for 5.
Well, you want to know why he's at Seton Hall, AJ?
Why is he at Seton Hall?
He batted .638 in high school with 20 runs batted in his season. He was a Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference first-team selection as he hits this one into left field for the Stallions' first hit of the night.
Another hit there by Justin Ford.
Justin Ford with another hit. And it's the Stallions' first hit of the night. It'll bring up number 16, Josh Blackmore, the catcher, who's batting .333, 1 for 3 out in Oneonta a couple days ago. Here's the pitch to Blackmore. That one gets away from Natilli, and moving up to second is Ford. Stallions' first runner in scoring position in this game.
It looks like the ball is going to the backstop for both sides here, allowing the runner, Justin Ford, to get to second. Now Blackmore has a job to do, getting him in to cut this lead to 2-1.
Blackmore, another Weber product under head coach Colin Martin, batted .211 down in Florida this year. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back, 1-1. It's our broadcast intern Casey DeSelle's birthday, and as you can see here in the booth, we'll give you a quick look before the pitch is dealt. AJ and I with our birthday hats on. Happy birthday to Casey DeSelle.
Casey.
Big props to him. So got to have the hats on here in the booth. That's a balk, and moving to third will be Justin Ford, and a prime opportunity now for the Stallions to get their first run of the game.
Justin Ford on second, doing exactly what the Mohawks have been doing.
Look at this. This is how I celebrate the balk there by Eldred.
As we saw Justin Ford doing the same thing the Mohawks have been doing for the first 3 innings here, or 2 innings, excuse me.
This one into foul play. It will go out. So a 1-2 count with nobody out. AJ, if you're the Stallions here, you kind of really need this run. You can't let this opportunity go to waste.
This is a huge run for the Stallions, only cutting it down to 1 instead of 2. And a 1-run difference is way better than a 2-run difference in baseball.
Couldn't agree with you more. Eldred trying to limit the damage, had a 3.65 ERA this past season when he played with the Mohawks in the summer. Trying to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. That one is low, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Eldred has kept it clean all the way up to Ford. Didn't give up a hit. Retired 6 Stallions in a row, but something happening here in the bottom of the third. Down goes Blackmore on strikes. It'll bring up number 10, the center fielder, Evan. Oh, there was a foul ball. Excuse me. The umpire signaled strikeout, but then he changed it to foul ball, so the count will stay at 2-2.
Great way for Blackmore to stay alive there.
Eldred comes set here in the 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one is smoked to left field. That one is going far. It is foul. And that would have brought home Ford, no doubt about it, and it wasn't like the left fielder Santos was getting there either.
Definitely was not getting there, as that ball was smoked to left field by Josh Blackmore.
So Blackmore will try and replicate that foul ball right here in the 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one is hit right back to the same spot. Santos going back. He's not going to come up with it. Run will score. Blackmore goes to second, and it's an RBI double for Josh Blackmore. The Stallions are on the board.
Dan, you just said he's got to repeat that. And I think he was listening to us in the booth because he just did that.
An RBI double for Josh Blackmore here in the bottom of the third. It's his second RBI of the season. And now the Stallions have another runner in scoring position, threatening to tie up this game.
Huge RBI by Josh Blackmore there.
And it seemed like Santos got a horrible jump out there. He didn't know where that ball was till it was over his head.
Yeah, he went forward before backwards first. And the outfielder, it's always important to go back.
That one's poked to the right side, straight to Huckins. No tag. Blackmore will stay at second, and quickly there's one out in the inning. Ben Williams coming to the plate, went 1 for 4 last night out in Boonville with a hit, batting .250. Runner in scoring position for the Stallions is Blackmore at second. He had the RBI double to cut the lead to 1. Here's the pitch. Williams holds up 1-0. Or he did go. The scoreboard operator messed up right there. It's 0-1. One out here in the bottom of the third. Stallions have gotten one run across. Here's the pitch. Fouled to the right side. Ladahoff can't get there, and it's 0-2.
Dan, we see this inning, ball and the bat, a lot more active. As you see, like we said, they may be getting an idea on the pitcher here, Zach Eldred.
Couldn't figure out Eldred in the first 2 innings. Had no runs, no hits, but 2 hits and a run here in the bottom of the third. Santos playing very deep there in left, and the Mohawks coach is telling him, come in, come in. 0-2 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The pitch is low, 1-2.
It's a great pitch by Eldred there, Dan. Trying to just find the lower half of the zone there. Just missed it.
That's a chase pitch, but the discipline by Williams able to hold off. Blackmore sitting at second with a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the third. 1 out here at Cantine Field. Here's the pitch. That one's hit to the right side. Ladahoff is going to throw over, but Williams moves the runner to third, and now the Stallions have a runner at third with 2 outs in the inning, and Fritz Genther coming to bat.
It's a great job by Williams allowing the runner to get to third there, doing a job, allowing the top of the order to get back up again for Genther to get the runner in, tying the game up 2-2.
Genther lined out to first in the first inning. His first game as a Stallion, the UMass Lowell product, batted .281 this past season. Playing at second tonight. Here's the pitch. That one's hit to center field. Figueroa scales back. He's got it. So the damage is limited to 1, but the Stallions get their first run of the game. 1 run on 2 hits. We're headed to the top of the 4th. You're watching Saugerties Stallions baseball here on the Stallions YouTube channel. Back here from Cantine Field, Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto. Some signs of life for the Stallions there in that bottom inning. 1 runner across, and they got a runner all the way to 3rd, but couldn't get Josh Blackmore home. But some promising signs from the Stallions offense.
Even though it's still 2-1, the Stallions showed, again, like you said, promising enthusiasm with the bat here. Getting a run on the board. Got to take it step by step here. You know, we're only in the top of the 4th, tons of game left.
Any run you can get against this Mohawks team is a good run to have. Very hard to score against them.
Couldn't agree more, Dan.
Wren will take the mound here in the top of the 4th. His line so far is 2 earned runs on 3 hits. Trying to settle in this top of the 4th. AJ, you look back at the history of these two teams. The Stallions and the Mohawks have ran the PGCBL the past 3 years. The Stallions winning it in 21 under now pitching coach Rich Doobie, and then the Mohawks winning in 22 and 23.
It's a great 2-team matchup here, and I think the fans at Cantine thought so as well.
Showing out here on opening night. A packed crowd on the left side of the field, and glad that everyone's here with us. Dan Shalom, AJ DiBenedetto with you at Cantine on opening night here in Saugerties. Wren deals. Here's the pitch. It's outside. At the plate is Cade Ladahoff. Had a walk in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Ladahoff swings. It's grounded to 3rd. Hot's there. Hot throws over to 1st. To Resio. He's got him. And there's 1 out in the inning.
Great play by Hot there. Trying to just keep the base runners off the bases here for the Mohawks.
Jake Sparks coming to the plate now, the 3rd baseman. Flew out to left field his first time up. And like we talked about, AJ, Wren making light work of the batters that he's facing when he's settled in. It's really contact on the 1st or 2nd pitch, and he's making quick outs.
He definitely is making quick outs, but at bat here, Jake Sparks, a quick little fact, Dan.
Give it to me.
The number 34 player in New York and the number 3 third baseman in New York. Impressive, right?
Pretty impressive. Out of Hoosick, New York, plays his ball at Marshall, which they play in the Sun Belt Conference. This season so far for the Mohawks, 1-6, now 1-7 with 3 RBIs and 2 walks. Here's the pitch by Wren, 1-1. It's fouled to the right side. It'll be 1-2. This top of the 4th is sponsored by Jolly Cow. Jolly Cow in Lake Catherine, because everybody loves ice cream. 1-2 count. Wren looking for his 2nd strikeout of the night. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, 2-2.
Blackmore looks like he's really getting comfortable back there after the first inning. You know, after the first inning, not one ball has got by him, and we've seen plenty of off-speed from Wren here.
Let up 4 stolen bases in that first inning. All the balls getting behind him. Has settled in nicely since then. It's a 2-1 game, top of the 4th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And the count will go full. 3-2. 2-1 count, 3-2, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Stallions and Mohawks, a tightly contested battle so far. Here's the pitch. He got him, strike 3.
That was right down the middle, Dan.
Wren's first strikeout with the batter looking tonight. He's got 2 so far. And now coming up to the plate is Ben Huckins, the right fielder. Huckins grounded out to short in his first at-bat in the top of the second. Went 1 for 3 last night with an RBI and a walk. Here's the pitch by Wren. That's a strike 0-1. Wren, a lengthy guy, standing at 6'5", 210. Really what you want out of a pitcher, lots of height. Gets into a favorable pitcher's count 0-2.
As a pitcher being 6'5", it gives you immense longevity from the mound to home plate, allowing faster velocity.
0-2 count, 2 outs in the inning here in the top of the fourth. That ball's low, 1-2. One, two, 2 outs. Wren searching for his third strikeout of the night and the second of the inning. Here's the pitch. That one is hit to the right side. Resio is there, and the Stallions keep a clean top of the fourth. No runs, no hits for the Mohawks. Saugerties coming to bat. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions here on the Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. Bottom of the fourth here on opening night. The crowd loving it. It's a beautiful night in Saugerties, a beautiful night for baseball.
I'm hearing the chicken dance.
It's Casey DeSalle Classic over there. I think they might be doing it in his birthday honor.
They have to.
Anyways, AJ, the prime core of the lineup coming up for the Stallions with Hot, Conrad, and McIntyre. What do they need to do here in the bottom of the fourth?
I think they need to calm down, settle in, know that they can do it, Know that the bats are hot right now. Just do what you're doing and just keep it simple. Sometimes baseball is a simple game, and that's sometimes what most of the best players say.
Hot, Conrad, and McIntyre all 0-3 to start this game. None of them have gotten a hit, combined 0-3. All these guys had at least 2 hits last night. So uncharacteristic to start, but Byram Hott looking to change that right here. Flew out to right, but if you remember last night, he homered to right, a 2-run shot in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Off speed misses, 1-1. It's been a clean game by Eldred for the most part. Only that 1 run. And he was able to escape the trouble last inning, shutting down the Stallions' offense pretty well so far. Here's the pitch. Hot. They'll say he went 1-2.
Eldred's doing a great job making all these players chase for the ball, not letting anything come easy. And, that's what a great pitcher does. So Eldred's really showing himself out these first 4 innings.
And he's not backing down against the best players in the Stallions lineup.
Definitely not backing down.
Here's the pitch. Hit to the left side, and it's through for a base hit. Byram Hott gets his first of the night, and the Stallions have a runner on here in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, Dan, that's the one hit. That's the one hit.
Ethan Conrad coming to the dish. Went 3 for 5 last night with a home run to right. That was an absolute laser. The All-MAC rookie team in 2023, also being the 2-time MAC Rookie of the Week. And AJ, the one stat that really stands out to you is 389 average as a sophomore.
Very impressive, like you said, 389, 9 home runs, 52 RBIs, and 27 walks. A guy that can hit and a guy that can, be aware that you don't always got to hit the ball. Sometimes getting on base is a walk.
Stands at 6'3". Here's the pitch. He pops that one up to the right side. See if it stays in play. It's going to be foul. 0-1. And for a guy like Conrad, it's rare to find tall lefty power these days like he has with that 6'3", 205 frame.
And a tall lefty that can also run super, super fast, leading the NCAA D1 in triples.
Has a 1.5 OPS to start this Stallion season. Here's the pitch. Conrad rocks it to center field. That one is high. It is far. It is off the top of the wall, hot chugging to third. It looked like it almost got out of here, but Conrad showing why he's such a great player. And the Stallions have runners on second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Dan, when the inning just started, we talked about them going a combined 0 for 3, right? And now we're seeing a double from Ethan Conrad and a single from Byram Hott. Now with Matt McIntyre up, Dan, he's got to continue it with 2 runners in scoring position here.
A mound visit now for the Mohawks. They want to talk things over. First time Eldred's gotten hit around like this, and the Stallions with a real opportunity to take the lead, second and third, nobody out.
Matt McIntyre has to see that he's a little shaken up here with men on second and third with 0 outs. Not something that Eldred's used of this game.
Eldred's pitched a clean game for the most part, and if you're McIntyre, don't overcomplicate it here. Just put the ball in play.
1 run ties this game up. A ball to the outfield ties this game up. Sweet and simple here for Matt McIntyre.
The outfield might take the lead with Conrad's speed at second.
I wouldn't doubt that. Definitely wouldn't doubt that.
The core of the Stallions lineup starting to wake up here in the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1 Mohawks, runners on second and third here with nobody out. And Matt McIntyre, who was the player of the game last night, who went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, a 3-run jack, a double, and a single. It's so hard to list off everything. I got myself a little bit confused. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 1-0. Now, what are you thinking if you're Eldred here?
If I'm Eldred, I'm thinking I got to get an out here. We're up 2-1. We can give up a run, It's not like they're going to go down here, So I'm thinking an out and out and out. And I'm letting my defense do the work here.
Here's the pitch by Eldred. That one just misses. 2-0.
Having trouble fighting the zone here, Dan. The Mohawks definitely don't want bases loaded up with Ryan Riccio up.
Well, I think he's a little bit scared after giving up back-to-back hits to Conrad and Hott in the zone, trying to avoid the zone and not give McIntyre a pitch to hit. Here's the pitch. That one is low. 3-0 count, and this is the worst scenario if you're Eldred right now.
If you're McIntyre, do you have the green light here?
No. I think you got to take it here. Bases loaded with nobody out. You can't pass up that opportunity. Don't force it here. 3-0 count, nobody out in the inning. Here's the pitch. Like I told you, he took it right there, 3-1. Hott standing at third, Conrad at second here in the bottom of the fourth. A 3-1 count. Mohawks leading by 1. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 3-2. Eldred working himself back into this count. Three-two count, nobody out in the inning here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch by Eldred. That one is fouled back, and it'll stay full.
Eldred did a great job fighting himself back into this count here, making it 3-2. Looking for the punch out here, but McIntyre's going to stay smooth with himself here with man on second and third.
Eldred comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. That one's high, and it's bases loaded, nobody out, with Ryan Riccio coming to bat for the Stallions.
Great at bat by McIntyre there, getting to a full count and getting himself on first base there, very important man on base right there. Still with no outs.
Now, Riccio, if you remember, AJ, went 3 for 4 in Oneonta a couple of days ago. Is batting .750, grounded out to short in his first at-bat. And pretty much anything in play here most likely scores a run.
Just got to put the ball in play.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Riccio hits it to left field. Santos gets it. Tagging is hot. The play at the plate. They got him. What a play out there by Santos in his first start as a Mohawk. And it's a double play for Amsterdam.
Wow, what a play by Santos in left field, lining himself up this time, made a mistake last time, hit to him in left field, lined himself up with a great throw to home plate there.
What a play there, and the best possible scenario for the Mohawks. It's now 2 outs with runners at first and second. If you're the Stallions, just one you got to wipe away there. A great play by Santos. Came to Amsterdam in 5th grade, grew up in the Dominican, and he came on a school trip. Ever since has been in the area, went to Albany Academy for school, is committed to Rhode Island, and after making a bad play on that first ball, which allowed the first run to score, he makes a great defensive assist and keeps the Mohawk lead at 1. That's a base hit into left field. Conrad is going to come around to score, and the Stallions have tied this game. A misfire over there at third. This ball goes out of play. 2 runs are going to score, and the Stallions have taken a 3-2 lead.
That is exactly what the Stallions needed right there. Now taking the lead 4-2.
3-2.
Oh, 3-2.
You just got a little bit too excited.
I got too excited there.
So after a great defensive play out there by Santos, he throws the ball away, and it gives the Stallions a 3-2 lead. Rich Rodriguez standing over there at third. He had a double, but he gets the triple with the dead ball going out of play.
It's a great job by Rodriguez there, allowing his team to just run around the bases there, making it 3-2.
So it's a 2 RBI double there for Rodriguez. The Stallions have taken the lead. And AJ, it seems like the bats are finding themselves once again. A lot of contact here in the bottom of the 4th.
Second time around, becoming more accustomed to the pitch and how it's being thrown.
Justin Ford at the dish. Had a single in his first at-bat. It was the first hit for Saugerties in this game. That was in the bottom of the 3rd. And you saw Conrad's speed on that. You knew he was getting home off the bat.
Yeah, coach just pointed towards home saying, run home. You got it.
It was great hustle by McIntyre, too, because if he's at second when that ball goes dead, he's not coming home right there, and the Stallions don't have the lead.
It's a great job by McIntyre, yes. The hustle allows his team to take the lead. Great job.
The Stallions holding the lead against their arch rival Amsterdam Mohawks. And if you remember, AJ, in that 7-6 playoff loss last year, the Stallions had the lead and then they blew it. The last team to beat Amsterdam, the Stallions, 10-9 in late July of last year.
And they're looking to do it again.
Surely looking good so far. It's a 2-2 count here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs. Ford at the dish. Rodriguez hanging at third. A hit will score another run for the Stallions. Here's the pitch by Eldred. That one's fouled off to the right side. And Eldred, for a guy who was really pitching well for those first 3, has kind of had a meltdown here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yes, definitely had a meltdown, but just got to find himself a little bit more. Man on third here with 2 outs, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one's grounded back into the middle. Daniel throws to first. He got him. Damage has been done. The Stallions take the lead. They're up 3-2, heading to the top of the fifth. You're watching Stallions baseball here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto. Stallions leading 3-2 here in the top of the fifth. And for a team that lost 5 games to the Mohawks last year, the Stallions are leading 3-2. If you look back at the season log, of course, 6 regular season games against Amsterdam, and the Stallions didn't win till the very last one on the road at Shuttleworth Park. The first game 364 days ago last season between these two squads was a 9-1 loss at home for the Stallions. Things looking a little bit different here tonight, with Saugerties having a 1-run lead here in the top of the fifth. But still plenty of game left to play, and the Mohawks are no doubt not going down without a fight. So new pitcher on the mound for the Stallions is Jake Mahalik, the righty. So Jake Mahalik on the mound for the Stallions, a new arm. So Ren finishes his night, giving up 2 runs, 3 hits. Pretty good outing for his first one from the Marist product.
Great outing by Ren there, allowing his team to just find time to hit the ball, Struggled in the first inning, allowing the runner on, and defensive errors, not errors, but mishaps, and just settling back into it.
So Jake Mahalik, the Ohio State product, standing at 6'3", 210. Had a record of 4-1 prior to Ohio State, and then this past season with the Buckeyes was a pretty good pitcher to say the least. He had a season high of 2 1/3. 2-1 count. There's his first pitch as first strike as a Stallion. 10.97 ERA this past season in 10 appearances. Pitched 10 2/3, giving up 7 hits, 18 runs, 13 earned. But AJ, when you see Ohio State, you got to think good things are going to happen for this guy in the summer.
You have to think good things. A Big Ten school, producing great pitchers, now pitching for the Stallions. I mean, what else do you think?
Mahalik throws the gas straight there. It's a 3-2 full count to Zach Eldred. Eldred still batting in this game. They haven't taken him out yet. Had a fly out to left field in his first at-bat. Eldred hits this one to left. Ford is moving. That one is going to be a fair ball. Ford didn't realize it was fair. He finally fires in, and Eldred's got a stand-up double to start this top of the fifth. And I think Eldred there could have had a triple if he didn't stop at first.
Yeah, I think he thought it was foul. The same thing Ford thought. Ford took a second to get the ball there thinking it was foul, and I think him and Eldred,
So leadoff double there for Eldred, and immediately the Mohawks have the tying run in scoring position. Now coming to bat is Manny Santos, the left fielder. Had a ground out to first in his first time at the dish in the third inning. Here's the pitch, the bunt is foul, 0-1. Now, AJ, I want you to take a look here at Santos' stance when he comes into the box. Look at how far back he is.
He's almost...
What is that? Why? Why is he so far back, and why is the stance so narrow?
I mean, I'm going to take a guess and say preference here, but, I mean, he's back of the box seeing the speed from the Ohio State product, and is a close stance allowing for...
The bunt misses. It's 0-2. Fire down to second. And they just missed him. Blackmore with some good intuition there. Almost nabbed the runner there.
Blackmore was ready. Blackmore saw him slip and was no hesitation to second base there.
Eldred able to get back and avoid the tag. Now an 0-2 count to Santos, who's tried the bunt twice and has missed both times. Mahalik settles. Here's the pitch. Strike three. He got him. His first strikeout as a Stallion, and there's one down in the top of the fifth. Daniel comes to the dish, top of the lineup here for the Mohawks. If you remember, AJ, he had a double in the third inning and eventually came around to score.
Yes. If I'm the defense here, I'm knowing what he did last time, setting myself up in position to not let it get by me again.
Mahalik deals a strike. It's 0-1. What do you think of Mahalik's arm angle here? We talked about it last night with the Submariner in Boonville. It's totally different. And with a 6'5 frame now going to 6'3 in more of a Submariner style, what does that do to you as a hitter?
It definitely shakes the batters a little bit, seeing a completely different arm angle, and he's hiding the ball well in the motion, giving the batters less time to react to the ball.
Back-to-back 0-2 counts for Mahalik here in the top of the fifth. One out in the inning. Eldred lurking at second. Here's the pitch. This one grounded back to Mahalik. He fields it. He'll take it over to first, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Eldred going over to third on the play.
Great job by Blackmore taking control of that. We heard him from the booth screaming first.
Tyler Figueroa digging in now, the center fielder. Had an RBI last time up in the third inning. It was a single. Leads the PGCBL with 9. Searching for his 10th overall and second in the game with Eldred over at third. 1-0 count. Here in the top of the fifth. 2 out on a beautiful night at Cantine Field. The Saugerties Stallions home opener. And it's been quite the game so far, AJ.
It's been an enjoyable game to watch for sure.
Mahalik deals. There's the pitch. It gets by Blackmore. Coming home is Eldred, and Blackmore can't come up with it. It's a tie game, 3-3.
Another passed ball there, allowing the game to get tied. I think the main lesson here is, Dan, is we can't allow that to happen.
It's Blackmore's 5th passed ball of the game. If the Stallions do go on to lose this game, that's going to be the thing that they're going to look back on that led them to the loss. Here's the pitch by Mahalik. Now 2-0 count. There's a strike, 2-1. I mean, you're a catcher yourself. The ball gets by you. He's let up 5 this game. How do you lock in for this last 4.5 innings?
You have to kind of expect it to come. You can't just react when it's down on the ground. You got to expect it before the pitch is coming. Have it in your head. Drop ball.
A 2-2 count here with 2 outs in the inning. Top of the fifth. The Mohawks tie this game off the Eldred stolen base. Here's the pitch. Popped up to the right side. It'll be out of play. 2-2. The Mohawks with 2 easy victories like the Stallions in their first 2 games. Winning their road opener 12-4 and then winning last night's home opener 12-1 against Watertown in 7 innings. Here's the pitch by Mahalik. That's strike 3. He got him. 2 strikeouts for Mahalik in the inning. The Mohawks, though, still tie up the game. We're tied at 3, heading to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. This half inning is sponsored by Hits, horse shows in the sun. AJ, new arm on the mound. It's the lefty Drew Nelson, standing at 5'11", 205, the rising junior out of Auburn. This guy is a dangerous arm for the Stallions to face. This one's tight, so they go to the SEC product.
We saw this season no starts but 3 appearances, only pitching 2 innings, not allowing a run, 4 Ks, 2 walks, and 2 hits allowed.
In his freshman season, we'll give you a little bit more. 5 starts, 18 appearances with a 6.34 ERA in 32 2/3 innings pitched. This guy's experienced, to say the least. Probably the best arm that the Stallions have faced all season long.
Definitely the best arm the Stallions have faced, but this guy has seen elite batters as well throughout the season, so he definitely has a plan coming into this inning.
Coming to the plate is number 16, Josh Blackmore. Had an RBI double in that bottom of the 3rd, which got the Stallions on the board. So Nelson coming in, it's his first appearance, for the Mohawks this season. Like we said, an SEC arm is totally different than what any of these guys have faced so far. Both squads using their best arms in the Ohio State product, and Mahalik, and now with Drew Nelson on the mound, the lefty. Here's the first pitch. It's looped to right field. Huckins has got it for out number 1. Nelson makes quick work of the first batter he faces, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th.
If I'm a batter here, I want to see where the ball's coming in from so I can get a better approach.
Evan Dieter to the plate, flew out to right field in his first at-bat. Still searching for his first hit of the season. Nelson comes set. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. 1-1. Dieter, the Stonehill product, staying at 6 foot 190. Struggled this year, AJ, to say the least, batted .221, and it just wasn't a great season for him down in Stonehill. Did he go around? They are going to say yes, 1-2.
Yes, he did struggle at Stonehill, but if we take it a year back to his freshman year at St. Bonaventure, appearing in 34 games, starting in 22 of them, hitting .288 with a home run and 14 RBIs. Impressive.
Impressive for sure, so you know the potential is there, but just a guy that's trying to get back on track. Bottom of the fifth here from Cantine Field. A 1-2 count, 1 out in the inning. The lefty from Auburn, Drew Nelson, on the mound. Here comes the pitch. It's fouled back. Count will stay at 1-2. A 3-3 game. The stats nearly almost even. For the Mohawks, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And for the Stallions, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. This has been as tightly contested as possible.
Against two great teams, you expect it to be like this. And
straight back. Nelson walks it to first, and there's 2 out in the inning. Good contact there, though, from Dieter. That was a hard hit ball. Ben Williams to the dish now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Williams batting .250, grounded out to first in his first at-bat. Went 1 for 4 last night over in Boonville. Nelson comes set here in an 0-0 count. 2 outs in the inning, bottom of the fifth, a 3-3 game between the Mohawks and Stallions. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-0.
Dan, taking a look back to his Radford stats, 2023 as a sophomore, played in 48, batted .294 with 9 home runs, with 38 RBIs.
This season, a step down for sure. Batted .220 in 30 games played, started 24. So another guy at the bottom of the lineup here between him and Dieter that's just trying to find themselves. The potential is there, but the results not necessarily there just yet.
And this is a guy you don't want to get on base, seeing he stole 57 times.
That one's looped to left field. It will be foul. 1-2. Count will go to 1-2. He's also a speedy guy as well. At Camp Community College prior to Radford, 47 stolen bases. So a weapon that Colin Martin has on his bench.
Definitely not a guy the Mohawks are going to want to see on the base path right now, knowing the damage he could do.
He had a 1 hit over in Boonville, but never stole a base. Still, though, a threat here in this bottom of the fifth. 1-2, 2 out at Cantine Field. Here's the pitch by Nelson. That one is low. No swing. Hey, Jay, the lights are on here at Cantine Field. If you need electrical work, call Richards. Richards Electric. It's a 2-2 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Nelson comes set. Looking to get away with a clean inning. Here's the pitch. Swings straight through it. Williams goes down on strikes. No runs, no hits here in the bottom of the fifth. Mohawks coming to bat. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions here on the Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Schall back here with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto in the Pack Up broadcast booth. Top of the sixth, this top half inning is brought to you by Clapper, providing innovative and practical engineering solutions. Now, AJ, we're headed now to we're rounding out the middle third of this game. What have you seen from both sides, and what's the game plan from the Stallions going forward?
I've seen consistency from both sides. Obviously, two great teams showing right now on a 3-3 tie game, I just think it's going to come down to who has more hits and who makes the less errors here, as we see.
Hits are the name of the game. So I would hope that the team with more hits, hopefully the Stallions, wins at the end of the game. Mahalik settles in for his second inning of work, had 2 strikeouts in the top of the 5th despite giving up 1 run. That was a wild pitch that got past Blackmore. Here's the pitch by Mahalik, 2-0. Jackson Natilli at the dish, the catcher, has walked and had a strikeout in the 3rd inning. This guy, too, Natilli, stole 2 bases, eventually came around to score, so a dangerous threat. That's a ball. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the Mohawks have a runner on here in the top of the 6th. So Mahalik loses the battle to Natilli. They both faced each other, maybe not faced each other pitcher to hitter, but faced each other as teams in the Big Ten this past season, with Natilli going to Rutgers. Now coming to the plate is Aiden Stewart, and AJ, you got to watch out for Natilli. 2 stolen bases already in this game.
Yeah.
There's a strike. Stewart lined out to first in the 3rd. There goes the runner. Hit him run. Runner is out at first, so a nice little design play there by the Mohawks. They've got a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
Dan, as you just said, a dangerous man on the base paths. We saw him go again.
Cade Ladahoff coming to the plate now. Had a ground out to 3rd last time up in the 4th inning. Trying to knock that runner home. Has 2 RBIs this season. This one's hit to right field. Conrad going back. He's on the track. And Conrad gets it, tagging to 3rd there. Natilli almost on home. That one, I don't know what happened with Conrad out there. It seemed like he was under it, and he just missed it. Lost it in the lights.
Yeah, I didn't see it from over here, so I can't imagine Conrad seeing that. He just put his hands up, kind of signaling, doesn't know where the ball is.
Unusual from Conrad. You don't usually see that from him. But now the Mohawks threatening is 2nd and 3rd with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. I don't know if you count that as an error from Conrad. It seemed like that was a play he should have made. Got it in quickly. But still, a double there as this one's hit in the infield. Scooped up by Rodriguez. He'll throw to first, get the out, and the Mohawks take the lead once again off the RBI. So the RBI ground out in the top of the 6th gives the Mohawks the lead once again. It's the 2nd time in this game that they've held the lead. They're up 4-3. Runner still at 3rd with 2 outs. Mahalik trying to work out of this inning. That runner there is Ladahoff, and I think it all stems back to that ball hit over to Conrad.
Yeah, it's just a confusing play by Conrad there. I mean, obviously didn't see the ball, but shake it off and just keep going.
You know, Conrad can miss that ball, but I still think the big story of this game for the Stallions is the 5 pass balls behind the plate. It really hasn't been their cleanest.
Hasn't been the cleanest, but again, it's only the 3rd game, so.
They're still in. It's a
one-run game.
Here's the pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Mahalik trying to work out of the jam. The run there scored by Natilli is earned, but if Stewart were to score, it would be an honor, or sorry, if Ladahoff were to score, I'd be honored to not go against him. But no worry, Mahalik strikes him out. It's his third K of the game. And the Mohawks have the lead once again, 4-3. Stallions coming to bat. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto here from Cantine Field. Mohawks retaking the lead in that top of the sixth, and the Stallions with some work to do with the top of the lineup coming up. So, looking back at that play, AJ, it was a complete miss out there by Conrad. It allows the Mohawks to score, and most of the runs scored in this game by Amsterdam have been unforced errors.
Yeah, it shows that, I think, if I'm correct, 2 or 3 of the runs were scored by mishaps on the Stallions' defense, correct?
Correct.
See, if some of those plays were lessened or stopped, could have a different ball game here.
Regardless, it's still a one-run game here in the bottom of the sixth. And that bat is Fritz Genther. Genther flew out to center field in the third inning, is 0 for 2 tonight in his Stallions debut. Here's the pitch. That one is low, 1-1. This this bottom of the sixth, is sponsored by Wohlberg Electrical. Wohlberg Lighting Design and Electrical Supplies, your premier Capital Region lighting and electrical supplier with locations in Kingston, Albany, Schenectady, and Saratoga Springs. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back, 1-2. Nelson still on the mound, pitched a clean bottom of the fifth. His first appearance for the Mohawks this season. Struck out Ben Williams to end the inning last time, as that one is tipped into the glove of the catcher, and it's a strikeout there for Nelson, his second of the game. It'll bring up the guy who kick-started the offense in the bottom of the fourth, Byram Hott. They need another spark plug again right here from Hott.
This is the exact guy to do it to start them off.
Had a single in the bottom of the fourth, which kicked off the Stallions' 2-run bottom of that fourth. 0-1 count. Nelson sets deals. Here's the pitch. That one's low, 1-1. The Mohawks leading here 4-3 after scoring in back-to-back innings. They lead it by 1 in the bottom of the sixth.
Great job by Nelson here, picking apart the zone here for the Stallions offense.
Nelson deals. That one is a strike, 1-2. And you got to kind of think back to that bottom of the fourth where the Stallions had bases loaded, nobody out, and they only got 2 across.
Sometimes it happens, it's baseball, but a great play by the left fielder, Manny Santos, for that double play, catch and throw to home.
Hot fouls this one back, and then he booted the next ball, which allowed the Stallions to score 2. Hot staying in this count. 1-2, 1 out. Had the home run last night along with the double. And he's truly settled in well here in Saugerties alongside his teammate Ethan Conrad. Nelson deals. Here's the pitch. And Hot swings straight through it. 3 straight strikeouts for Nelson, and there's 2 out in the inning.
Stallions are having a little trouble with Nelson here, as we're seeing these past 2 innings. Let's see if Conrad could start it up here.
Conrad with the double that nearly looked like a home run last time. It'd be a perfect time for a home run to tie up this game, and it's the exact guy you want to do it. If the Stallions theoretically go down in order from this point, Conrad would be the last batter up in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Conrad swings straight through it. 0-1. Conrad 3 for 5 last night with the home run and 4 RBIs. Trying to lift the Stallions here in the bottom of the 6th. There is a ball hit to the right side, and it's a nice timing grab, but nose throw by Stewart. Conrad has a single here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 out.
Looked like he was rounding first there.
He almost thought it got through, but a really good defensive play by Stewart. That was a great play, AJ. There's a reason to show off your F. Frost smile. F. Frost Orthodontics. So Conrad leaves off of first. 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th, and it brings up Matt McIntyre. McIntyre swings through that one. It's 0-1. McIntyre 3 for 4 last night. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a strikeout. Conrad takes his lead. Here's the pitch. 0-2.
If I'm McIntyre, I'm thinking anywhere I put the ball in this field with Conrad on the bases is dangerous.
He's got to protect here in the 0-2 count. 0-2, 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Conrad jumping over at first. Here's the pitch. That one is high, 1-2. I think that was a waste pitch there to catch Conrad if he went. It seemed like it. Fastball high and away.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if Conrad's going to go on this lefty here. He's giving him a lot of looks, 2 or 3 almost every pitch.
Nelson sets, deals. Conrad takes his lead. Here's the pitch to McIntyre, and he strikes out. All 3 outs in this inning coming by way of the strikeout. And the Stallions still trailing the Mohawks by 1 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're watching Saugerties Stallions Baseball on the Stallions YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Dan Schaum with you alongside AJ DeBenedetto here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. Top of the 7th. Coming to bat for the Mohawks is number 10, Zach Eldred, staying in the game as a hitter even though he got taken out pitching. Eldred gave up all 3 of those runs. It's a 1-0 count. Mahalik still out there for the Stallions, the Ohio State product. And the Stallions just trying to limit the damage here, not let anything through. Mahalik misses twice in a row. It's 2-0. This top half of the 7th is sponsored by J. Mullen & Sons Contracting, Hudson Valley's trusted contractor for many, many decades. 3-0 count. Mahalik having trouble finding his spot here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Mahalik. That's a strike. 9 hitters in 2 innings for Mahalik. It's been a lot of work for him.
Yeah, a ton of work. You could see changing his pitches, trying to fool the offense a little bit.
Takes a breath here in the 3-1 count. His first time playing for the Stallions all season long. A 3-1 pitch gets it to 3-2. So after going 3-0 down, back to 3-2. Nobody out in the inning. Here in the top of the 7th, Mohawks leading by 1. Pitch is fouled to the right side. We talked to pitching coach Rich Doobie. After this game, it'll be really the first time he's seen all the arms in the Stallions bullpen. And their pitching's been sound for the most part. The runs scored today have been mostly fielding errors, and then the past 2 nights, there's been no critiques on the pitching side.
If I'm Rich Doobie right now, I'm very, very satisfied with the pitching staff coming in for this 2024 season. Seeing a ton of arms and just a lot of success coming their ways here when the pitchers are on the mound.
So it's a walk there for Eldred. He has a stolen base in this game. Brings up Santos, who's 0 for 2 in his Amsterdam Mohawk debut. Has an error in this game, throwing that ball away, the University of Rhode Island commit. Here's the pitch. It's a ball upstairs. Now, AJ, you got to be mindful of Eldred over at first. Already has a stolen base in this game. The Mohawks love to run on the base pass.
They do, and if I'm Blackmore right now, I'm getting on one knee, ready to throw.
Here's the steal. Throw down from Blackmore. They got him easily. What a throw from Blackmore. And there's 1 out in the inning.
Dan, we just talked about how Blackmore had to be ready there, and he was beyond ready for Eldred stealing first there.
Here's the pitch to Santos. It's 1-2. He was ready for that one, too. Eldred caught stealing, so has a stolen base and has been caught stealing once. And Santos goes down on strikes. It's Mahalik's 4th strikeout of the night, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
What a turnaround right there for the Stallions defense. You know, going from no outs with a man on first to no runners on with 2 outs. Great job by the Stallions defense right there.
Takes the pressure off of Mahalik as well, going from a runner on, nobody out, to 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Back to the top of the lineup, Pete Daniel. Daniel reached on an E6, has a double in the 3rd, and then grounded out in his most recent at-bat, right back to Mahalik. That pitch is a strike. 1-1. Here's the pitch by Mahalik. Grounded to second base. A nice play there by Genther. Gets it over to Resio. And the Stallions get out unscathed. Mohawks leading 4-3 here in the top of the 7th. We're going to keep it right here for the 7th inning stretch. You're watching Stallions Baseball on the Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto here from the Pack Hub broadcast booth, bottom of the 7th. And AJ, it's crunch time. Down by 1.
Definitely is crunch time for the Stallions here, going to the bottom of the 7th. Still with Drew
Nelson.
Drew Nelson, sorry, on the mound here, pitching a absolute gem mid through the game.
4 Ks, 1 hit so far in his line through 2 innings of work.
The Stallions have to figure it out now before it's too late.
Stallions have their 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. If they go down in order, they'll have the top of the lineup for the bottom of the 9th. Hoping, though, that they can get some offense going right here. But Nelson's really been an unhittable arm so far.
He definitely has been on a hittable arm, and I could see why he goes to Auburn. Very good pitcher.
Very good pitcher. High caliber teams down there in the SEC. But Ryan Resio is going to try and figure him out right now. 0 for 2 tonight, playing over at first. Went 3 for 4 at Oneonta a couple days ago with 2 doubles. Trying to replicate that right here, right now. Pitch 1 is high, 1-0. Fireworks off there in the background. Here's the pitch. Resio pops it up behind the plate. This one's going to be out of play, 1-1. AJ, after those 3rd and 4th innings, the Stallions' bats as a whole have gone cold.
Yeah, no, for sure has definitely gone cold, and they need a jump start right now to get another run on the board.
Here's the pitch. Bounced in there by Nelson, 2-1. That one wasn't even close. You look down this lineup. Rich Rodriguez coming up on deck. He's had the hot hand tonight, a double with 2 RBIs. He's a guy that you want coming up, and it was really the 6, 7, 8 hitters in the Stallions lineup that got it kick-started last time. Here's Nelson's 2-2. It's hit into, oh, what a snag! Daniel makes the web gem, and there's 1 out in the inning.
Great play by Daniels, not allowing that to go into the gap because Resio is definitely going to second on that, saving his team from a runner in scoring position.
A great play there. 1 out in the inning. It'll bring up Rich Rodriguez, who we alluded to, has the double with 2 RBIs so far in this game. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Nelson being aided by his defense. Stallions would have had a Resio there standing at second, but a beautiful play by Daniel. Makes it so that there's no runners on the pond. No ducks on the pond. No runners. Here's the pitch by Nelson. Off speed is off the inside of the plate. Nelson comes set. Here's the 1-1 with 1 out. Rodriguez swings straight through it. And it's now 1-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Stallions trying to get the bats going against the arch rival Amsterdam Mohawks. Nelson comes set. The 1-2. Gets away on the drop, 3rd strike. Throw to first by Natili is no worry. Fladoff grabs it. And Rodriguez is down on strikes.
I don't think Rodriguez knew that was a 3rd strike.
It's 5 strikeouts for Nelson in 2 2/3 innings of work. You really couldn't ask for anything better. As Justin Ford comes to the plate, has a single in this game. Went 3 for 5 at Boonville last night. Nelson blows it right by him, 0-1. Bottom of the 7th here on opening night at Cantine Field. AJ, you can feel that, the energy in the building has gone down significantly.
Yes, definitely. The energy has gone down, but the Stallions need to get the energy right back up right now with the fans' help.
0-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, he got him. 6 strikeouts in 3 innings of work for Drew Nelson, and the Stallions are held to nothing in the bottom of the 7th. Mohawks coming to bat in the 8th. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. We'll be right back. Here in the top of the 8th from the Pack-Up broadcast booth, Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto. New arm on the mound for the Stallions. It's Liam Powell, the right-handed pitcher, standing at 6'3", 165. The rising sophomore, Sullivan Community College product from Orange County, New York, in his first appearance for the Stallions this season. Powell hasn't played this season. AJ, what's his pitch mix look like?
Pitch mix looks like he has a fastball coming in at 82 miles an hour, a curveball ranging from 71 to 74, and a slider ranging from 75 to 77. So a arsenal with multiple mixed pitches, looking to get the Mohawks off guard here.
Stallions held the Mohawks to nothing in that top of the 7th for the first time in back-to-back innings, and looking to try and do the same thing right here, right now. This top of this 8th is sponsored by Slices, pizza aimed to please your taste buds. And AJ, I can attest to that. We had Slices before today's game, and it was quite good.
Delicious.
We'll see how Powell fares in his first start. Big frame. It's bigger than Mahalik, even though they both stand at 6'3". And his arm angle, too, somewhat similar to that of Mahalik's with the sidearm.
Hides the ball well.
Powell's first appearance for the Stallions this season. Looking to keep this a one-run game. Coming to the plate is Tyler Figueroa. Figueroa had the RBI single earlier in this game. Here's the pitch. That one is skied up on the left side. Coming in is Dieter, but Ford will call him off, and he's got it for out number 1. One out here in the top of the 8th. One pitch, one out.
Efficient for Liam Powell.
In his debut, coming to the plate now is number 28 Jackson Natali. Natali, 2 walks in this game with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 0-1. Powell comes set once again. Top of the 8th, Mohawks leading by 1. Here from Cantine Field in Saugerties. There's a strike, 0-2.
Powell's finding the zone very well just in his first start for the Stallions.
Powell comes set. Here's the pitch. Grounded to second. Genther throws to first. A little bobble, but makes it in time over to Recio, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
Great stretch there by Recio. Excuse me.
Coming to the plate now, number 5, Aiden Stewart, the second baseman, has a sac bunt, fly out to first, and an RBI single. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. AJ, how imperative is it for the Stallions to get out of this inning clean?
Very imperative for the Stallions to get out, and I think Liam Powell doing a great job being efficient with the ball here, as we see getting himself into a 2-0, but finding the zone well.
2-0, that's another passed ball from Blackmore. He's had a rough day behind the dish. Here's the pitch to the left side. Hot ranging back. Ford's going to come in. He's got it for out number 3. A clean 1-2-3 inning for Liam Powell. And the Stallions are coming to bat in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shalom and AJ DiBenedetto with you here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth from Cantine Field, bottom of the 8th inning. Stallions coming to bat. And AJ, you look back at the matchup history, the past 2 matchups between these 2 teams have been 1-run affairs.
We see another run-one affair today, making it 3 in a row.
Stallions trying to get themselves back level. That's going to be a struggle, though. They have their 8, 9, and 10 hitters coming to bat with the extra hitter. And then it'll go back to the top. Josh Blackmore coming to the dish. Blackmore has an RBI double in this game.
Blackmore, very important at bat here, but the way that Drew Nelson is pitching right now, unbelievable.
He's been shut down. 6 strikeouts in 3 innings pitched. Stallions looking to change that here with Blackmore coming up in the bottom of the 8th. This top half of the inning is sponsored by bottom half, Bash and Keegan. Personal injury attorneys here to help after an accident or injury. Here's the pitch, foul back, straight back by Blackmore. Blackmore flew out to right field in his last at-bat. Nelson's been absolutely lights out. The Troy, Alabama native. It goes to Auburn. Went to Pike Liberal Arts High School and has really been locked down.
Although it doesn't look like he had a ton of appearances this year, it looks like he's been, he's in mid-season form right now.
2-1 count. Bottom of the 8th inning. Stallions trailing by 1 on what has been a thrilling opening night at Cantine Field. Here's the pitch. Swung right through by Blackmore, and it's a 2-2 count. Nelson now in his 4th inning of work. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back by Blackmore. He's on it, AJ. That's 2 balls he's fouled straight back.
He's definitely on it. Just Nelson figuring out a way to get him out, and Blackmore staying in this at bat, fighting to get a runner on base right now for the Stallions.
Here's the pitch by Nelson. That one's high and away. 3-2 count. That's the first time we've really seen a Stallions batter get deep into the count against Nelson, making him work. Here in the bottom of the 8th, a 1-run game. 3-2 count. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3, he got him. 7 strikeouts for Drew Nelson in 3 1/3 innings of work. Evan Dieter coming to the plate. Has a fly out and a ground out in this game. Off speed by Nelson misses. It's 1-0. Nelson sets deals. Fouled off to the right side. 1-1. That fastball has really been the weapon for Nelson. We do see another arm warming in that Amsterdam bullpen. You would imagine a new pitcher for that bottom of the 9th if we do indeed get there. 1-2 count to Dieter. A 4-3 game here in the bottom of the 8th. Nelson comes set. Here's the pitch. To the left side. It'll get through for a base hit. It's Dieter's first hit as a Stallion, and a great time for it. A man on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
For his first hit of the season comes in a very important moment, Dan.
It'll bring up number 37, Ben Williams, the extra hitter tonight, has a strikeout and a ground out to first in this game. It's the first hit that Nelson has given up since he came into the game. Here's Nelson. This one fouled back. 0-1. And that runner getting on, AJ, if there's no double play, is big because that means you will get Byram Hunt, Ethan Conrad, and Matt McIntyre up in the bottom of the 9th.
3 guys you definitely want up for the Stallions come the time.
Pitches upstairs, 1-1. 1 out, runner on first for the Stallions here in the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 1 to the Mohawks. Nelson deals. The pitch is right by him. 1-2. Here's the pitch by Nelson. That one's hit to left field in the direction of Santos, and he makes a diving grab for the second out of the inning.
It's a great play by Santos, knowing if that gets by him, that brings them the tying run for the Stallions right there. Definitely a break for the Amsterdam Mohawks right there.
And it's kind of been that war of attrition, AJ, where the Stallions have put the ball in play, but the Mohawk defense has made some great plays to keep that 1-run lead. Back to the top of the lineup, it's Fritz Genther, still searching for his first hit as a Stallion. Batted .281 at UMass Lowell this season, and he's up here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Strike 1 right by him. And if we look ahead now, AJ, the Stallions will have 2, 3, and 4 for that bottom of the 9th, giving themselves the best possible chance to tie up this game. Nelson comes set. Here's the pitch. That one's upstairs, 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner at first is Dieter. Stallions trying to tie up this game. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. Now 1-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Genther still searching for his first hit as a Stallion. Nelson searching for his 8th strikeout. A 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, fouled straight back.
Just like Evan Dieter getting his first hit in a time crunch moment, this would be a perfect time for Fritz Genther to get his first hit as well.
And you can see there, Saugerties was trying to pull off the hit and run with 2 outs in the inning in the 1-2. But fouled straight back by Genther, and we'll do it one more time. One-two count to Genther. Nelson comes set. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt, 2-2. Good block there by Natili to not allow the runner to get into scoring position. Natili, the Rutgers product, has done a good job in this game so far. He's also a speed threat. 2 stolen bases in this game as well. The 2-2 from Nelson. Runner goes again, and it's fouled to the right side. So back-to-back hit and runs for the Stallions in the 2-2 count. Just trying to get anything here to manufacture a run.
The Stallions are looking at the running and scoring position here because if a single goes down, Dieter is fast enough to definitely have a chance to tie this game up for the Stallions.
Genther battling. He's fouled off 2 straight pitches here in the 2-2 count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Nelson comes set. Here's the pitch. That one is smoked to left, but Manny Santos is there. Stallions held to no runs, 1 hit in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th. The Mohawks leading by 1. We'll be right back. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions on the Stallions YouTube channel. Dan Shalom alongside AJ DeBenedetto in the Pack Cup broadcast booth. Top of the 9th. Closing shop here at Cantine Field. The Stallions still down by 1. It's a 4-3 game. And this has been as tightly contested as possible. And AJ, it all comes down to the last inning.
Just a great matchup between 2 well-y developed teams, you know. 3rd game for both of them and just showing out like they've been playing 20 to 30 games already this season. But again, it's only the 3rd.
This top of the 9th is brought to you by Sawyer Motors and Sawyer Chevy. The Sawyer Car Show takes over Saugerties on Sunday, July 7th. Make sure to be there. So Powell stays on the mound here for the top of the 9th. This one's grounded to the right side. It's going to be a tough play for Genther. Tries to throw it behind his back, and he boots it. It's an error. Going to second. Is Ladahoff, and That's just the last thing the Stallions needed right now.
Yeah.
If you're Genther over there, you just got to eat that one. No reason for the throw.
Yeah, it looked like it was a behind the back toss, correct?
Yeah, you put Resio in a really difficult position. It's the second error of the game for the Stallions. 5 pass balls in this game as well behind Blackmore. And if Saugerties goes on to lose this game, that's the reason why. Also a booted ball in right field by Conrad, which led to more Mohawk runs coming around to score. Here's the bunt. Puts this one down. Nobody's covering over there at first. Genther's able to get him. But that was almost another safe runner and a miscommunication.
A very, very close play. Powell, I think, thought he had to try and beat him out on the way to first there. But Genther came out of nowhere, securing the out.
So now with 1 out in the top of the 9th, number 25, Ben Huckins, digs in. And a perfect sack fly situation. Anything on the grass out of the infield, and that run is scoring.
Very important out here for the Stallions with the man on third here. You see the infield's in, preventing any run from scoring from home, giving them a chance to score the next inning.
That one's popped up on the infield, just what the doctor had ordered. Resio's over there at first. He brings it down, and there's 2 out. The perfect play there.
Exactly what Powell and the Stallions defense needed right there.
So now 2 outs. The infield and outfield will reset back to their normal defensive positions. But still, runner at third in Kate Ladahoff, and coming to the plate is number 10, Zach Eldred, who started this game, left with 3 earned runs against him. Those are the 3 on the board. And trying to give the Mohawks an insurance run here in the top of the 9th. Strike there from Powell. It's a 0-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, 1-1. Elder just trying to drive in this Mohawk run, which would be huge. I don't think even huge is an understatement. It would change the entire complexion of this game. The pitch is low, 2-1.
If I'm Powell here, I really just got to focus on the batter here, knowing there's 2 outs. The batter on third, yes, is frightening, but got to keep it a 1-run game here.
And also, Blackmore's got to keep it clean behind the dish. We've seen the Mohawks score one of their runs tonight by way of stealing home. A 2-2 count. Powell has Eldred in prime position here for the strikeout. 2-2, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Powell trying to keep the Mohawk lead at 1. Here's the pitch. Outside, and the count will go full.
Great pitch by Powell. Trying to just get on the outside corner, but just missed.
3-2, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Powell comes set. Here's the pitch. It's fouled to the left side. Three-two count, 2 outs, and what has been the biggest play of the game so far. Powell comes set. Trying to keep this a 1-run game. Here's the pitch. Eldred does not go through. Ball 4. And now runners on first and third for the Mohawks with number 17, Manny Santos, coming to the dish.
Manny Santos is seeing a ton of action in left field today.
He's made a couple great plays, which have kept the Mohawks in this game. And he's the most inexperienced player on this field right now. First PGCBL at-bat, first Summer League at-bat. Just finished his high school season yesterday and immediately down here with the Mohawks.
Dedication to baseball. You love to hear it.
And if you're Powell, you're not worried about either of these runners right now. You're solely focused.
Definitely not on the runners. I'm eyes straight on the batter.
Here's the pitch. Santos swings straight through it. It's a 1-1 count. 1-1, 2 out, runners at first and third. Stallions trying to keep this lead at 1. Any ball hit past the infield will get the run. There's the steal. This one is hit into center field. Dieter hovers under it. He's got it. Stallions keep the Mohawk lead at 1. They're coming for last licks. We'll be right back. You're watching Saugerties Baseball on the Stallions YouTube. Dan Shalom with you alongside AJ DiBenedetto here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. The closer's on for the Mohawks. It's Mason Veronzi. He's trying to shut down the Stallions, the 6'2", 175, the 6'2" right-handed pitcher weighing in at 175. Goes to Springfield College and is a rising sophomore. AJ, what can you tell him about us?
We see this season in the PGCBL 2024 season, he has 3 innings pitched, 4 Ks, 2 hits, and no runs allowed. But let's take it to the college season down at Springfield College. 2 starts, 11 appearances, 4 non-1 ERA, and 18 1/3 inning pitched. So a lot of appearances, a decent amount of innings, and just looking to improve and get more reps this summer.
The past 2 games against the Mohawks and Stallions have both been decided by 1 run. The Stallions coming away with one of those games in the regular season, and then, of course, the Mohawks taking them down in the playoffs. The exact order you want here in the bottom of the 9th, if you're a Saugerties fan, with Byram Hott, Ethan Conrad, and Matt McIntyre. Hott at the plate, fouls that one off to the right side. An ideal, perfect setup, 2-3-4 here for the Stallions.
We see that Drew Nelson is out of the game. You know, a dominant performance. And I think the Stallions can take a deep breath and, face a new pitcher and just get runners on.
That pitch is rocked to left field. That one is going to be off the back of the wall. Hott gets it started with a stand-up double, and the Stallions are in business in the bottom of the 9th.
That is exactly what you want to see as a Stallions fan with Byram Hott, a double. Stand-up double at second base, now with Ethan Conrad.
And now the number 1, the star player of the team, the guy you want up in this situation, number 23, Ethan Conrad coming to the plate. And Amsterdam's going to want to talk this one over before they face the hot, heavy, powerful lefty bat of Ethan Conrad. AJ, if you're the Mohawks head coach right now, what are you telling your pitcher?
I honestly don't have an answer for you. I don't know. You have a very scary batter up that, could poke the ball to any side of the field here. It was an extremely fast base runner of Byram Hott at second base.
Anything into the outfield should score the tying run in this game. And AJ, tell us what Conrad can do at the plate.
We saw 2024 as a sophomore batting a .389 with 88 hits, 9 home runs, and 52 RBIs. So we know he can get runs batted in with 52. Let's see if he can get another one right here.
This is the moment a guy like Conrad is made for. Runner on second is Byram Hott, a 4-3 Amsterdam lead here in the bottom of the 9th. The Mohawks' last loss was to the Stallions last year. They haven't lost a game since, and Conrad gets it started. Hott is going to hold up at third, and it's first and third with nobody out. What do you think of that decision there to hold Hott up?
I think it's a very smart decision. With Matt McIntyre, we saw he's having a little bit of a rough day today, but yesterday showed potential to smack the ball, right? With Byron Hunt at third, any ball that hits the outfield, he will be home.
And with Conrad at first, a double in the gap wins the game for the Stallions.
I think a very smart decision by the third base coach right there.
Now, do you risk sending Conrad over here with the runner at third? Is that something you're thinking right now?
I think with 0 outs, there's no reason to. You know, you have 3 outs to play with, and a pitcher that I think is a little rattled right now with the man on first and third with no outs.
McIntyre trying to play the hero. Nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth. Conrad at first, Hot at third. Here's the pitch. That one's high and away. 2 straight balls.
If I'm Matt McIntyre right now, I'm looking for my pitch. The count is in his hands right now at a 2-0.
Veronzi trying to settle himself here in the bottom of the ninth. Runners at first and third for the Stallions, down by 1. Here's the pitch that hits it. It's going to be bases loaded, nobody out in the bottom of the ninth.
This is the exact scenario the Stallions wanted coming into this inning, Dan.
Ryan Riccio coming to bat. He's 0 for 3 today, but AJ, practically anything put in play ties up this game.
Anything put in play ties up this game. But let's take a look at the second base runner right now with Ethan Conrad. I like my chances of him scoring
and
on
it
a
just
base
seems
hit.
like Veronzi is rattled right now. Can't throw a strike. Ended up hitting McIntyre right there. Quarters in for the Mohawks. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3 Amsterdam. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, and Hot's going to come home. We have a tie ball game on our hands. It's 4-4. Conrad almost got rug up at third. He's safe. It's 4-4 in the bottom of the ninth.
And we talked about passed balls, Dan, right? We just saw one right there, allowing the Stallions to tie up the game at a 4-4 score in the bottom of the ninth.
4-4 here in the bottom of the ninth. The Stallions threatening second and third. Nobody out in this inning. It's a 1-0 count. Amsterdam brings all of their defenders in. The outfield's playing shallow. The infield is all the way in. And anything hit to the outfield will win this game for the Stallions. They're going to bring a 5th infielder in. They're going to play 2 in the outfield. Interesting setup here from the Mohawks.
I don't think I've ever seen this in person before.
I've never seen 5 infielders in person. Riccio, anything hit to the outfield. And the catcher, Natali, is going to call time.
If I'm Riccio here, I'm just looking to poke the ball in the outfield with so much open land to play with. If you look around right field, the entire line is wide open, and left field the same thing.
And what a win this would be if the Stallions can pull it off. Lost to the Mohawks 7-6 in the playoffs last season. And now, 364 days ago, AJ, this very field, they got beat up 9-1. A totally different look here in 2024. Here's Riccio. That ball is low, 2-0. Riccio lays off. It's a 2-0 count. And Veronzi hasn't been able to find the strike zone. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 2-1.
Finally finding the zone there for Veronzia. You know, man on second and third here, just looking to poke the ball.
And Hot stole home. Natili's got to be careful. Anything past him, Conrad is dashing. Here's the pitch. That one is poked into the outfield. The Stallions win. Riccio walks it off. And for the first time since last year, the Stallions beat the Mohawks 5-4 in 9 innings.
What a game by the Stallions.
A statement win at home. The Saugerties hammed Amsterdam their first loss of the season. The last loss for the Mohawks was the Stallions. The first loss of 2024 for the Mohawks is the Stallions. And Saugerties stays undefeated in a hard-fought 5-4 victory.
What a game by the Stallions here, you know, doing it when it matters most. And at the bottom of the ninth, we saw 5 base runners get on right there. Or 4, excuse me. And not 1 out being made. Great job by the Stallions offense right there. And what a win.
I think if you look back, AJ, it's got to be Nelson that, if you're looking at the Amsterdam staff, not keeping Nelson in the game lost the Mohawks this game.
A little confused on that decision, but
hey, a win is a win. The Stallions take it in 9. The walk-off by Riccio, and the Stallions are winners here at home.
Can't forget, 3-0.
3-0, undefeated at home. The Stallions win the home opener in walk-off fashion. And wow, what a start to this season, 3-0.
It's awesome watching these Stallions play.
What an exciting team. The Stallions overcome the Mohawks. 5-4 your final score in 9. We'll be right back here with you on Tuesday when the Glens Falls Dragons take a trip to Cantine Field. For Dan Shalom and AJ DiBenedetto, what a game, what a matchup, what an ending. The Stallions beat the Mohawks 5-4, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Woo! Come on, baby.